Please welcome to the stage Vice President of Product Management, Shopping and Travel at Google, Jonathan Alferness.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Alferness, and for the past 2 years, I've been leading the Google product management teams for shopping and travel. I am just incredibly excited to be back here at this amazing conference, to be back here at Shop Talk, and to have the opportunity to speak to all of you about this incredible shift that is taking place in the world of computing. And that's the shift to assistance. Now, this shift will undoubtedly impact retail by creating new opportunities to connect with customers. And that's why I'm here today. But first, we thought we'd start with where we are and where we've come from. You know, since our beginning, you could say that people have always interacted and to some degree had a conversation with Google, right? It started with the keyboard and the search box, but it has always been ingrained in how people search the web for answers. As time progressed and mobile grew, we started investing a lot more in voice and the best way for users to interact with small screens. In fact, today, 7 out of every 10 smartphone users speak to their device to ask a question. And we believe that we are at a moment where we're going to take a huge step forward for the next 10 years. We believe that the future is AI first. To put it simply, instead of humans having to adapt their interaction and communication paradigms to computers, rather now, computers will adapt themselves, will adapt to humans, so that we can speak and interact with computers in a way that is natural to all of us. Right at Google, we have been investing heavily for the past 18 years or so, building the underlying foundations of AI first, with technologies like machine learning, speech recognition, vision recognition, and natural language processing. Now, these features are already built into many of our existing products. Take, for example, Google Translate. It's your personal translator that accompanies you anywhere you go. And like many of you, I no longer worry about traveling to a foreign country where I don't speak the language, because Google Translate takes care of that for me. In fact, users around the globe understand this so well that they're using Google Translate to translate a billion phrases every day. Take Google Photos, right? It's your personal curator, which enables you to search just about anything from hugs to dogs to volcanoes, all without having to scroll through thousands upon thousands of images in your library. And Google Inbox, where a smart reply suggests short responses to incoming email. Folks are already using this for 10% of all responses, all replies on their mobile device. Now, our expectations for computing today have evolved. I think that's pretty straightforward. Today, we expect computing to be universal, right? Not limited to a single device like a smartphone or a laptop. We expect computing to be natural by understanding human voice, touch, and language. And we expect it to be intelligent by smartly assisting us by understanding each of our worlds. Last year, our CEO, Sundar, announced a united effort to bring together the assistive magic of the products that we've been building for the past 18 years into one Google Assistant. Team, can you play the video?
When we started, we made this for everyone, so that everyone could find anything they need among the millions of bazillions of things in the world. Today, it seems like sometimes it's easy to feel like you need a little help with the stuff just in your own world. Your photos, phone, videos, calendars, messages, friends, trips, reservations, and so on and so on. Wouldn't it be nice if you had some help with all that? Wouldn't it be nice if you had a Google for your world? That's why we're building the Google Assistant.
Hi, Amy. How can I help?
You just ask it what you need. Okay, Google, what do I have to do today? And your assistant understands and helps you out. You can even carry on a conversation with it. How long will it take to get to downtown Chicago from home?
Here you go.
What restaurants are there? Book a table at Cortino Restaurant.
Sure.
And the assistant is always there for you. So if you're on the road, you can ask it where to fill up. And if you're at home, you can ask it to play some music. Or if you're in a chat with a friend, it can show you what's playing tonight. It's like your own personal Google. Naturally, anything you share with it is safe and secure. And the more you use your Google Assistant, the more useful it becomes. Remember, my byte combo is 326.
Got it.
And soon, you'll be able to access it from all sorts of places, so it will be everywhere you are. We made this for everyone. And today, we're making this just for you.
Hi, how can I help?
Meet your Google Assistant.
So as you just saw, the Google Assistant is an assistant that's committed to being useful to you, an assistant that helps you get things done in your world. You can ask the Google Assistant just about anything you'd expect Google to be able to help with. You know, anything from news to cooking or recipes to information about your own day, like when your first meeting starts or how bad the traffic is on the way home, and just about everything in between. We know that 78% of people would like to use a voice-activated assistant to get things done. So what does this mean for retail? Well, it changes the relationship between people and brands by, one, creating more moments for you to connect across any surface as opposed to any one single device. Second, by making those moments more personal, by remembering preferences and by understanding context. And last, by making those moments more predictive, by helping you anticipate a person's needs. So let me start by giving you a glimpse into our vision for shopping with the Google Assistant and the more concrete opportunities that it'll eventually create for you and your brand to connect with customers. As you've seen, the Google Assistant is intelligent and it's personal. Of course, the same should be true for shopping with the Assistant. It should understand which products are often purchased together, which are available in stock, nearby, and it should also suggest alternatives when I need something right now and the product I want is out of stock. Of course, it should know my preferences, like whether brand, price, or convenience are most important to me, and it should understand my context, where I am. Most importantly, and critically, it should deliver a helpful experience without being intrusive. So let's say that I'm at home preparing for our family ski trip when the kids will be out on break. In anticipation of the trip, my wife, as usual, way more organized than I, she's been adding items to our shared shopping list with her Google Assistant. But now it's my job to actually go out and buy the products. When I turn to my Google Assistant, it should be able to understand what gloves, hand warmers, and helmets mean. Not just the words, but the products behind them, the entities. And it should understand who sells them, both online and in store, whether they're in stock, and how much they cost. It's got to understand the basics. Now, this may sound simple, but as all of you know, it's not easy. My assistant should also remember my preferences. For example, it should understand that I prefer blue bottle coffee and the specific type of espresso beans that we use every morning to make our coffee, so that when I ask my assistant to buy coffee, it should surface those specific blue bottle beans first. It should also know that I prefer convenience over price, and that if the blue bottle beans are out of stock online, it should let me know that they're available just down the street for $1 more. But what about when you don't quite know what it is that you're looking for? Well, my assistant should also be able to drive discovery and keep me in the know. For example, it could guide me on which styles of sunglasses are hot right now and tell me which stores carry them. Because, like always, I've forgotten to bring my sunglasses to Vegas. Now, this helps me discover new products as well as new brands. You can also imagine that I could ask for what the best noise-canceling headphones are based on consumer reviews. But where this gets really interesting is when my assistant can also anticipate my shopping needs. For example, every couple of weeks, my family usually stocks up on items that we need for the kids. My Google Assistant sees that I've added wheat bread, ham, and mandarins to the shopping list, but it recognizes that I've left off the lunch bags that I usually buy in conjunction with that. So the assistant should add them to the list, or at the very least, it should remind me to add them myself. And what if there's a buy one, get one free offer for those lunch bags? Well, the assistant should be smart enough to add two, because who doesn't like a good buy one, get one free offer? Now, these features are really just scratching the surface of what we think shopping with the assistant should be like. As I mentioned earlier, what makes the Google Assistant unique is that it understands your world, the things you use and do every day, like directions through Maps, email through Gmail, flights through Google Flights, and appointments through Google Calendar. I think you get it. So when you shop with your assistant, it should use context from your world to assist. For example, let's say Mother's Day is about a week from now, and it's noted on my Google Calendar. I still haven't picked up a card, and I always leave this to the very last minute. But my assistant knows that I tend to drive past a Target both on my way to and from work. And it should remind me and suggest that I pick up a card with at least a week remaining so that I can get it in the mail and it can get to her on time. It can even offer to set a reminder for me. Now, while I'm there, it should also suggest that I walk around the corner to the local florist and buy my mom and send my mom tulips, which are her favorite flowers. So while much of this isn't yet possible today, this is the vision of what shopping with the assistant should look like. Connecting everything that we understand about your world to create a seamless shopping experience that's customized to you. Of course, like everything else, in order to get there, we have to start with the building blocks. And in fact, it was just last month that we launched the ability for folks to shop for everyday essentials, things like paper towels to peanut butter, with your Google Assistant on Google Home. We've seen people order and reorder just about everything, from cat food to perfume to even microwave ovens. And orders have now come from over 35 different retailers, all of whom are Google Express partners. The shopping cart is one of the first steps towards making this larger vision a reality. The other big piece of this, of course, is your store's local inventory. Today, many of you send us your store's local inventory feeds so that we can connect people who are searching online to your stores and surface which of those products are available and in stock. In fact, 81% of consumers have checked online to see which store has the product that they wanted in stock before they went there. I have 2 young kids, and I do the same thing every time, because the last thing I want to do is schlep the kids all the way to a local store just to find out that the product that I wanted is not in stock. Well, in the coming months, we'll be making your store's local inventory feeds available through the assistant. For example, because we're in Vegas, and because I'll be at the Jewel nightclub tonight, like I hope many of you, I'm going to need a sharp-looking outfit. And they've told me that this isn't good enough. Okay, Google, where can I find black velvet slippers in size 11 near me?
I found a few options. The first is Del Toro men's velvet slippers at Saks Fifth Avenue, 2.9 miles away for $330. They're open until 8 p.m. Would you like to get directions or more results?
Get directions.
Okay, I've added directions to Saks Fifth Avenue into your Google Home app.
So now I know which products are in stock at what stores, and I've even been given details like price and size, as well as store hours and even directions, all through the Google Assistant. Once I'm in the store, I'll even be shown a card on my phone that will give me in-store details like store deals, inventory search, and return policies. We think that this is pretty cool stuff. And these features will be available in the coming months, and retailers will have several ways to participate. Our role at Google is to organize the world's information and to make it universally accessible and useful. Of course, part of this is making your information useful to you by helping it show up across all surfaces and experiences that we build so that we can connect customers back to all of you. You know, we're not looking to be a retailer. In fact, we are a platform that connects you to people who've expressed an interest and a need. And it's taken an incredible investment to get to where we are today. We can put this investment in machine learning, infrastructure, and distribution to work for you, so you can surface your brand and do what you uniquely do best: give people a great retail experience. It's still the very, very beginning of what we believe will be at least a 10-year journey, and we're eager to partner with all of you to pave the path forward together. Thank you very much.